Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Matt and I do like video games, and in today's video we've got lots of news to talk about, so let's get right into it. And I think I'm going to start the video with the thing that everyone is talking about, and that unfortunately again is Activision Blizzard. I'm going to keep this very brief. And basically the big news around this whole Activision Blizzard deal for Microsoft this week is the fact that Sony has an existing agreement with Activision that basically says that no Call of Duty games can go to Game Pass, and this is for a number of years. Now, how long exactly is a number of years? Well, it's pretty nondescript. All we have right now is just that, a number of years. And this was brought up in regards to Microsoft saying that they would honor any existing agreements, and they did say they would, so this is an agreement they would have to honor. And this is also an agreement that they would have certainly known about before they even went in on this acquisition. So what does this mean? It basically just means, hey, we're not getting Call of Duty and Game Pass for a while, a nondescript number of years. Now, if I just had to give a best guess on when that would be, I think PlayStation's Call of Duty marketing deal runs through 2025. So I'm guessing that after 2025, this would also be done. But honestly, who really knows? We're going to have to wait and see. And honestly, for that to even happen, this deal is going to have to go through in the first place. So it's going to be a long couple months waiting for all this to get settled. But the good news is that now we can talk about some fun stuff, and what's fun is that PlayStation announced the price for their new DualSense Edge controller launching January 26th. Over on Twitter, PlayStation says the DualSense Edge wireless controller for PS5 launches globally on January 26th, and they give you an article link. And now you're probably asking yourself, well, how much is this fancy thing going to cost me? Well, it's going to cost you $200 US. Comes with swappable thumbstick caps, replaceable thumbstick modules, which is really nice. We're going to talk about that in a second. Comes with back buttons, which you would expect from a Pro controller. Adjustable trigger stops with the ability to edit dead zones on the triggers. Adjustable stick sensitivity and dead zones. You can edit the dead zones on your thumbsticks as well. Also features the ability to quick swap controller profiles with the controller without using a third-party app, so you can have different settings for different games and swap between them whenever you're playing whatever you're playing. And it does all of this while keeping the DualSense functionality, so you'll still have adaptive triggers and haptic feedback if that's your thing. Now, the big thing there for me at least is the replaceable thumbstick modules. Now, this is huge because tons of controllers get stick drift all the time, and replaceable thumbstick modules basically gets rid of the whole process of shipping your controller in to be repaired, waiting for it to get back. This means you just buy a replaceable thumbstick module, you swap it with the one that's broken, and then you get right back to gaming. Now, there are thumbstick modules that do completely eliminate stick drift, but that's not what Sony wants. That's not what Microsoft wants either, if we're being honest, or Nintendo for that matter, because they constantly want you buying the hardware. They want to make controllers and they want you to buy them. Sony managed to find a nice little middle ground with this, where they make parts for the controller, and if a part goes wrong on your controller, you can just swap that part in. Basically what this means is you don't have to pay to have your controller sent in for repair or pay for a brand new controller entirely. You just pay for a new thumbstick module. Sony gets paid. You paid a lot less than you would have paid if you wanted to send it in for repair or buy a new controller outright. Sony's happy, you're happy, and everyone moves on. So I am interested in this controller, but I do think my choice for a Pro controller on the PS5 platform is still going to be the Victrix BFG Pro. And up next, we've got some Silent Hill news. And there was definitely some Silent Hill news, and obviously Silent Hill fans are very excited about this. Unfortunately, I'm not a Silent Hill fan. I didn't grow up playing it. I don't have any nostalgia for it, but we are going to talk about it here in the news. So let's get right into it. I think the biggest news that seems to be going around as of the day I'm recording this, which is Wednesday on my Twitter at least, is the fact that Silent Hill 2 Remake has been announced. The remake is being done by Bloober Team, the makers of the Medium for Xbox, PS5, and PC, and it features an over-the-shoulder camera and modernized gameplay. Unfortunately for fans of the series on Xbox, it looks like you're going to have to wait a while to play it because it is a one-year timed console exclusive to the PS5. although it will also be launching on Steam as well. We also got a new game announcement for Silent Hill, and that is Silent Hill F, and that is a new story set in 1960s Japan written by Ryakishi 07. And this game will be developed by Neobards Entertainment. And now I think we're going to finish the video out with some good Xbox news. And up first, I don't know if this is really news as much as it is just a feel-good statement that's kind of making the Xbox community happy. And that is Obsidian studio head says at some point we'll look into what's next after Grounded, Pentiment, Avowed, and The Outer Worlds 2. And he says he would be surprised if Fallout is not on that list. He says, of course, if we ever got the opportunity to make another Fallout game, we'd make it. There's not even a question of whether or not we would do it, it's just will the opportunity arise. My fellow Fallout fans, there is hope. We're huffing hopium tonight. We've got a whole lot of hopium. I mean, in this scenario he just described, when would we probably see Fallout? Probably the late 2020s, maybe early 2030s. But hey, the important thing is that it's not dead. It's been acknowledged. They just talked about it. It's still breathing. It's still kicking. And we are going to end the video with some news that we have all been waiting for in the Xbox community, and that is the fact that we are finally getting a fix for Xbox's game DVR. Microsoft has finally acknowledged that they are fixing it. I mean, it's been a problem for so long. They've always talked about it, but they're finally doing something about it. And this comes in the form of a new playback and editing app, which they're calling Captures, and it's now available for alpha users. And in Xbox's blog, they say that you will recognize a lot of the existing functionality now with an updated UI and improved performance, which was a huge issue for the Xbox game DVR up to this point. And for a content creator like myself, what's awesome is that they added the option to copy your local captures to an external drive, which I really need. And then of course the performance fixes for the DVR is also very important, considering the fact that as it stands right now, it seems like every 1 out of 10 times, maybe 2 out of 10 times, your Xbox might just crash from using the DVR. And of course, if you folks remember, it didn't always used to be that way. I mean, we had Upload Studio at the launch of the Xbox One generation, which I thought actually worked really well. So it's really nice to actually see Xbox putting in motion things that will fix the DVR as opposed to just constantly promising us that it's a priority for them. And then finally, I want to talk about a little tweet from the Callisto Protocol official Twitter account. Honestly, it's just a hilarious tweet, but it does give us some legitimate gaming news. The tweet says, "We would love to inform you all that we will be shipping globally on December 2nd, and yes, we'll have a 60 FPS performance mode." Obviously, taking some shots at Plague Tale Requiem and Gotham Knights on console for only offering a 30 FPS option. And I just wanted to throw that in at the end of the video here because I thought it was hilarious, honestly. And that about wraps things up for this video, but go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking about this week's news. Leave some stuff down there if you think I missed anything interesting. Leave a like if you liked the video, and please remember to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell if you're enjoying the content, want to stay up to date on all my latest videos going forward, because that really is a nice way to help fight this YouTube algorithm, because it does suck for smaller channels. And with that being said, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.